G'day there. The funniest thing over the weekend was the petition, I thought, to ask Andy Foster to stand down and for the government to do something about moving the protesters on. I mean, do the petition organisers not get the glaring contrast in commitment? I mean, a protest, especially this sort of one, is about dedication and sacrifice to the cause. A petition is the domain of the board and the devotees of lip service. Pretend you care without having to do anything too energetic. I mean, it's laughable. I mean, you can see Costa in his office now, can't you? Not having the slightest idea what to do until the petition arrives. Oh, thank God, a petition. Phew, that solves that then. This protest has been won, of course, by the occupiers. They have all the power. It's an astonishing thing to witness if you think about it. They have literally won at every turn as the establishment and its haughty arrogance have been left floundering, seething and bewildered. The government are now in a massive hole, having dismissed the protesters with such a lavish amount of condescension. They're now snookered. I mean, yes, there were some mad and dangerous people at the start of this thing, and yes, the government was probably right to stay well clear, but that's changed. But the government hasn't changed with it. Their determination not to engage only hurts them. What they didn't accept was this is about way more than those on the grounds. A lot of New Zealanders share the broad sentiment, not even specifically about mandates, but about the gobsmackingly arrogant way this government runs the country and the COVID response specifically. We're being treated like children, told what to do, when to do it, why to do it, and it's dictated to us by not just a bunch of control freaks, but so often an incompetent bunch of control freaks to boot. The Prime Minister's never looked more removed from the real world, rarely seen these days. I mean, last week it was one day, one outing. It involved planting trees with kids. Keep it safe, Jacinda. The protesters now have nothing to lose. The ball is not even close to being in their court. Not helping is the appointment of Andrew Costa by Stuart Nash as police commissioner, of course widely seen at the time as being a nice but soft operator. How much buyer's regret is now swirling around the beehive at that PC gesture, do you reckon? Ultimately, Costa will lose his job. They need a scapegoat on this, but in the meantime, the onus is on the government to govern, to get over their greatest Achilles heel, admitting when they are wrong and fixing it. As every day passes, without them recognising it's their problem and nobody else's, they watch their political capital drain at a rate of knots.